Good morning. Today is 7th December 2020. Disruption. There is a lot of news in the press about this disruption now. The first thing that disruption is about is the cost. How can we have a 2% agency fee whilst the government's tax 98%? Now, it's very simple. It is inefficiency. How can judges look at to that? Well, it's their problem. My solution is to inform that it is possible to work those margins nowadays in crew management business. Now, this is disruption, just in case people don't understand why it is so competitive that it really disrupts the market. It's very simple. Health. Well, I explained many times about flags on board ships being able to be employer of the crew members. Therefore, is it the responsibility of the health of the crew members? Obviously, yes. So in that respect, then what can flags do? Well, flags can really get the vaccines and implement them very fast. Now, they don't have to tie to any governments because this is sea legislation. This is disruption. So humans have shore legislation and then sea legislation. So we can disrupt this vaccine so that all seafarers worldwide get the vaccine. And well, there is areas of interest in the groups of interest, and then we have the labor unions, we have International Maritime Employees Council, we have International Chamber of Shipping, International Maritime Organization, International Labor Organization. We have plenty of merchant marine. We have a lot of proactive countries like the UK, Singapore, that will probably put their flags first towards this vaccination, and therefore everybody would like to fly to those flags. Well, isn't that nice? That's disruption in the health, and of course, at the same time, we can avoid the main thing. Safety is first, so we can look after the health of our seafarers as point number one. And well, it is very clear that at shore they have not done that, and that's why we are in this situation. Then, well, we have number three of this disruption, which is insurance. Insurance nowadays falling so much because I explained in another video. So this is disruption in insurance. It is falling so much that, for example, national social security or national insurances, countries would like to call it. It is 34% in Spain, 25% in the UK. My calculations is that with exclusively a 3% of all inhabitants in any one country, we could cover that. But of course, disruption would be to fire those that are sitting now doing nothing aside from hospitals. Let's go from the Prime Minister to the Congress, the Senate, to all the sanitary ministries, all the bureaucrats, everybody. Just let's call Alexa in the health and safety. So this is very important also. The insurance is already being done because it's private. So the insurance, it is adjusting now. Judges have to disrupt this sector in the shore of public governments. Okay, we have another disruptive area that a lot of humans don't even realize about, and it's I remember when Google opened in, they really disrupted the market because they put them up, which was for free. Before, we all used to have these great encyclopedias and maps and but then also Microsoft did the same thing. They eliminated some kind of encyclopedias. I don't remember which ones, but they did what is called cannibalism. So they eliminated one sector in order to get publicity in the other sector in their own brand. So it is very simple. Which is the difference between them and us? Well, they are huge today. Who knows? Sorry, Dan. They are huge today, so who knows how they will be tomorrow. But the question is that we are going to disrupt the public sector. We are going to inform where they have conflicts of interest, which is of penal repercussions, how much opportunity cost we are losing in each country if we tax small and medium companies and big companies with 100% tax, then how they are going to close much faster. If we put them fines, like in Spain, the Inquisition does Social Security, and then we give help to the governments, 140 billion euros without first paying the fines they put the Inquisition. We are going to express transparently how much is it 15,000 public cars, and in the US is 400. So you can imagine Spain with the US, but also it's not only a conflict here of Spain, but we have conflicts, for example, if we go to the whole European Union, why don't they share, sorry, the tax system, the like if it was an Alexa, and the health. The health has been proved that if European Union had been closed, like for example Indonesia and Fiji and New Zealand and China, companies would have not suffered so much, and this suffering is going to go on for so long, because Sweden wants to have its own tax system, and the same Germany, and the same for social security and national insurance, and the same for security. They could be sharing police persons, they could be sharing let's say 007s, they could be sharing intelligence. If you can call intelligence this virus, yes, this is the disruption. So this is what I'm going to do specifically. Like others went for encyclopedias and maps. Okay, I will just go for the public sector. Why? Because it's much more money in there, and therefore, if we can eliminate this, we can do much better for society. It is nice to have maps online and to have these encyclopedias online, but it is better that humans are not poor anymore, and this is the disruption. So one another area of disruption that we are going to do is the press and television. We have generated this Candina news. This is really a declaration of intentions that we are going to eliminate all the public televisions, all the press that has adverts from the governments. Of course, them are the target too. So if you feel in that sector that you are in the dark side, yes, you are. So then why don't you go to the white side and be motivated? Because you will have some kind of depression if you stay in the dark side. And in the white side, we're also eliminating how they invade the private sector, like in this building. And of course, this is a matter of policy. So if people think that the policy of these associations, it is not so thoroughly looked at, well, let me point that for me it's a very critical disruption worldwide associations, and evaluating the risk, the cost, and the time, so that the Z and the millennials can learn how to defend their associations in the future. And this is a huge disruption. Therefore, I have pointed out this one because they are my neighbors, and because it is very funny that we are the only private company that the rest in the ground floor of this building, that we are the only private company, because the rest is the water consortium, which humans in Bilbao are starting to see how the water price goes up from 60 euro to 80 euro to 90 euro to 100 euro. I will go up to 200 euros because these guys, they have no limit to their wages and in productivity. And so hopefully the Z and millennials will learn about this, and before the water is like 500 euros per month, they'll start to react. If not, it'll be too late for them. So I'm just trying to explain to you how you can be united. And also, disruption is like this, that we forget many times. This is like, yes, Greenpeace. Yes, so indeed we try to do the most we can in these ecological, environmental risks that we are facing. And we have been members, I myself, 25 years of Greenpeace. and I don't think they have done the work so efficiently, and I think that they have to really think about it again. But anyway, this is the problem that a lot of people have, that we are perfectionists, but the system is not working properly. So the intrinsic value of this disruption, it is amazing, and I want to ask you, please, universities, to get the calculators and add how much these disruptions are. As I mentioned, it is in the health, it is in the environment, it is in the cost factor, it is in the insurance factor, and so free communication is very important to eliminate all the structures, all these feudalism structures. And thank you very much for your time. I hope that you realize what disruption is, and I hope that if you are in the dark side, you start moving to the white side, because you cannot tax any more people any more time. How long can you think you can do this, and how many people will be left? It's very simple to see how much poor people are because the tax is so high. It's not this coronavirus. No, this coronavirus could have been halted if the country was locked in the first day in January 1st. But it is really inefficient that these justify themselves by having all this. Now the hospitality, the retail, the industry is paying this, then it is going to be the insurance, believe me. So disruption is to go ahead of times and let everybody know that they have to share European Union health, safety, security, okay, free, and this is 5% tax, and we private businesses can do it at 2%. Now, this is disruption. So thank you very much indeed for your time. Have a nice week. We will be back. Bye.